No, you've not gone rid of me after all. I knew there was something else that I spotted yesterday in the news. Not that it's news, but something I'd like to talk about. Cannot believe I forgot this. I read somewhere that Dan Wootton, not that I would listen to Dan Wootton, or not that I like Dan Wootton, was saying on one of these third-rate talk shows, I think, over the last couple of days, about his loathing for Philip Schofield. And I think it's made the press since. Philip Schofield, now obviously he's just come back to his regular gig at this morning after supporting his brother for a week as well. He's ultimately not supported him. I think he was supporting him, maybe he never was, I don't know. But he had time off because his brother was going through a trial for, well, we'll leave that aside for now. You've probably read about it in the press. But anyway, he was supporting him or he was off because the guy was at trial. He's now not supporting him. He says he's got no brother anymore. Schofield himself had a bit of a checkered career over the last couple of years. Things have been up and down with him. He seems to be either loved or loathed. I thought more loved him than loathed him, but now I'm not so sure. I don't do social media at all. I'm not a lover or believer of it at all. Read bits in the press, read stuff on the MSN on the laptop, but that's about it. And I know there's many within the industry don't like Mr Schofield at all. He creates lots of debate. He constantly has his co-stars jumping to his defence, defending him, telling everybody that he's great. And maybe he is, I don't know. As it turns out, I've got what I think is a brilliant view or brilliant views on the show regarding the day that he came out live on air. They're definitely not for airing now. The reason being is, as I've said in a few past messages, vlogs, videos, blogs, whatever the hell they're called, I don't have a viewership at the moment because of the way I've structured the channel. When I do have, if ever I do have, and I'm sure I will have, that'll be the time to air those views and hopefully start some healthy debate. But I've got pretty strong views on a couple of things that happened that day. But what I will say about Mr Schofield, going back to that day, funnily enough, one of the guys that he put his head on the shoulder of and whatever else was old Eamon Holmes. Now, if there's anybody in the industry that dislikes Mr Schofield more than Mr Holmes, then I haven't heard from them. He's constantly having a pop at Philip Schofield, his old Eamon, constantly. I don't know if it's just jealousy because Schofield's got the gig permanently and can seem to do as he wants, have time off as he wants, have holidays when he wants, and basically run the show to suit his own end. Eamon Holmes was the fill-in, I think over summertime and during various holidays. He's now been dumped. Ageism's raised its ugly head. Whether it's the case or not, I honestly don't know. You've got his wife, old Ruth, in the middle of the two. I'm sure she's a supporter of her husband and maybe not so much as Schofield, but I don't know. But that's obviously dicky because now and again she's on the show. Now and again they do links when she's on Loose Women and they're on This Morning. But Mr Schofield, he does garner real debate, doesn't he? They either love him or hate him. It's very strange. Very, very strange. But Wootton massively dislikes him. He says he's the most poisonous oldest man on TV. Strong words. Holmes says he really doesn't like him at all. He's got absolutely no time for him. Which would make me ask him, why did you have him on your shoulder the day he decided to come out? What was all that about? If I dislike somebody, I wouldn't have my arm around them or on my shoulder. I'm not sure I get that. I'm pretty sure. Who's that woman that's got no talent? Always on about a lack of chest and the size of her old raspberries. That's his raspberry ripples. Who's that? Oh, that's it. The eternal showwoman, Amanda Holden. Yes, I'll wear the briefest, shortest, most see-through, most revealing dress on a weekly basis on Britain's Got Talent just to keep my job. I know I don't have a lot of talent, but I'm earning a good few quid. I'll do whatever it takes. Yeah, she doesn't like him, but then again I believe he hates her. And I've read on many occasions his dislike of her. I don't know what the root of that. Can't say I like him myself, so I'm not going to call him for that. But there are so many people. I mean, the only couple I can think of is Dan Wootton and Eamon Holmes that call him with regularity. But I've seen it of others in the press before, and I wonder what it is. It's very strange. Very strange. Which also I find strange, without going down the sexuality route or the gender debate or anything like that. I thought that was weird in the press when I read about his brother only last week or the week before. His brother has known all his life that he was gay, though he got married and had children. I think his brother said he used to go out with a couple of slightly older guys, and they troll the streets of wherever, hoping to meet guys to take them back to the flat. This was before he got married and had children, by the way. I think he had children, but he's come out as gay, but said he's always been gay. And old Philip come out a couple of years ago and said he's gay, and I always thought he was gay, and he's had a wife and some children. I find it strange. It's unusual that I would imagine that you get two brothers. I think there's only two brothers in the family. Both turn out gay, which is fine. It's no problem. But they both turn out gay. They both, well, one always knew he was. One always thought he was. They both got married, and they both had children. Is that right? I mean, I know it can happen sometimes, and people try to fight the urge and don't want to be gay. I don't want to be classed as gay. I want to do what society expects them to do and marry and have children. But I don't know. Is that really fair on the partners? I'm married. I'm married to my wife. But if I felt I was that way when I was 19, 20, 21, I don't think I would have got married. I really don't. I would hope I wouldn't have done, because I don't think it's great to my future partner. I think it's pretty much wrong, but I don't know. That's only me. Anyway, that's for another time. But as I say, Mr Schofield, Dan Wootton, ooh, fireworks there. Let's wait for round 2. Let's see what happens next.